is Jewel Laborde, Mackenzie Laborde. I'm a Trinidadian and I live in Canada right now. But first of all, I must say the Our Father. This whole testimonies I'm going to give is about God and the miracles and testimony have been given me all my life. So I'll do as he told the disciples, I'll say the Our Father. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive our debtors, we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Okay, thank you. First of all, I must say, call a few names. My friends from back home, they're all away. My two friends, Beverly Campbell and Jacqueline Marshall, my dear friends from since we were young. And two that is in the state, Cheryl Foster and Ann Foster. And Kathleen in LeBray. So what I would like to talk is my purpose here on earth. I know I was always gifted from since a little child. And it has been gifting more and more and more. I have so many testimonies to give that I think I could help people, letting them know when you're gifting, when you are gifted, you have a purpose on earth and you have a destiny. And I want you guys to know that all my life I have been living miracles, testimonies, everything. And now I feel that I can spread it and let everybody know how real God is. God is really a great God. Believe in him. Believe in him. When I am finished, I have so many testimonies to give that when I'm finished, I hope it will change you guys' life. The next thing I have to say, if you have and believe you're gifted and have a spiritual gifting, read your Bible and fasting. That's the most important thing because I have been doing it for years. Now I must say, okay, I came from a very poor family. My mom had 9 children and my father worked when he wanted to work. And my mom used to sew clothes for people. But it was so bad. And this is why I want to show everybody where I came from and where God have me today. And sometimes I might be tearful because it's sad. But I am happy today and be happy for me and to spread the word and show the Lord, show everybody what God did for me and what he can do for you too. Don't ever be discouraged once you have a gifting. And I know when you have a gifting, some people might tell you you're crazy or whatever, but I have everything to back up. All the giftings I had, all the testimonies, the miracle, everything to let you guys know, okay? And I hope, Lord Jesus, that it will reach wherever God will provide. God will provide and put this wherever it is. Okay, I must say, I born in LeBray, Trinidad, where the Pitch Lake is. Yes, I went to school there. And I want you guys to know, my mom had 9 children, 5 girls, 4 boys. A very tough life. Sometimes you might see me teary-eyed, but it's okay. And I want you guys to know that it had many days. We had no food to eat. Many days. And I could say I will start from when I was about 8. My mother used to suffer with asthma. She's sick all the time. And my father, he works only if it's good work. He was well, he was a handyman, do everything. But I want you guys to know, it have some time in the morning, before we go to school, nothing to eat. We go to school. We come back lunchtime, nothing to eat. And then we play, friends come and pick you up, we had to hide. We had no plate, so we're making them feel we had plate. But anyhow, I want you guys to know the life I have been living since I'm young. I see when we go to school, you know what I will do? I will go home, I will come home, and I would say, Mommy will come to me crying. And I say, Mommy, what happened? She say, I don't have nothing to give you guys to eat. I say, and she crying. I say, Mommy, don't cry. I say, Mommy, don't worry. You know what I used to do? I used to change my clothes, my school clothes. And I will walk up the road, one side of the street, and kick the bushes. I will kick all the way up. And then while kicking it, I will see the money. 5 cents, 10 cents, and I will pick it up. Pick it up all the way. I go up for miles. Come down the other street, and I will kick the bushes, kick it all the way home. And then when I reach home, you guys will know, I have the money in my hand, then I have to go in the yard, dig a hole, and put each money, each one, 10 cents, 5 cents, and put it in the dirt and clean it with the heel of your shoes. And when you done do that and I get all that money, I go to my mom. And I say, Mom, we have food to eat. And she would be crying. And I said, don't cry. I said, don't worry, Mommy. We have food to eat. And she will be with me and we'll make out a list. Bread was penny for 1. Hops bread. And with that money, I'll buy 10 hops bread. 2 for my father. And 1 each for us 9 children. You know, sometimes on other days, she will sew, okay? She was a seamstress. And if we go to school and come back, she will say, I'm sewing a dress and you will take it to Miss So-and-so. And I said, okay. And when I come home, and she make the dress, and she say, okay, I don't have anything for you guys to eat today, but this dress, go and take it for Miss So-and-so. And when she give you the money, you go in the grocery, you go in the shop, and you buy what food you have to buy. And you know what? I was rude. I was rude because I didn't like people taking advantage of me or nobody. And you know what I would do? I take the dress and I carry it by this person, this lady. And when I go and hand her the dress, she would say she don't have no money to give. And I will start cussing. After my mother sit down so and so time, and now I come for the money for the dress, you have no money, and I will curse that person and go home. Then when I go home now, Mommy didn't have the money, and I said no. And she will say, God, and she started to cry. You know what to do again? I had to go by people to beg. Friends or neighbors. You don't beg 25 cents. Tell a man named Mr. Bowen, I go and I borrow it. And they will let me give me the money, and I go in the shop, buy cocoa. Cocoa was penny a pack. You buy 6. You buy cook set. You have to buy all little things, but I buy the bread. Buy a cheese, an ounce of cheese, 6 cents. As we crush up the cheese, put it in the bread. Sometimes we don't have enough to make, we don't have no milk. So we make lime but tea and sweeten it with sugar. We had letting you guys know how God could pull you out of everything. If you're young and you're seeing any trouble, I telling you, Jewel Abode, where I come from, and when I finish giving all these testimonies, it will change your life, because you will see where you come from. God, you have to go through all these things to have a story. And I have a long story. I have a very long story. Now, this here what I used to do to get food again in the evening. Not too close by us had a bar. And I will tell you about this bar. It had a lady named Mary Edwards. That lady used to sell in that bar. And that is the lady that responsible for me to come into Canada. Mary Edwards. Mary, I love you. And without you, I wasn't going to be here. Jesus, God, bring you to me to come to Canada. And in this bar, he was living, you could see the ocean. And it had an oil industry not too inside, okay, not too far. And the boats used to come from all over the world to get petroleum or pitch, okay? So every so often, boats will be coming in. You know what was my way of looking for money? Around 11, 12, that is when you see the ship coming in the ocean. And I will sit down and watch to see when the ship coming in, you know, every day. And then when one day if I see the boat coming, the ship coming, I say, Mommy, come. And when she come, I said, look, a boat coming, we gonna have food to eat. And I will cry, and then I leave it like that. But they don't come in until around 4 or 5 o'clock. And when I see it coming close, I say, Mom, it's coming closer, you know. And she say, yes, okay. The next thing is you will hear, you know, the guys and them going down to work. They're going down to work. And the other thing is, in the bar section, I will look out, sit in my gallery, in my porch, and watching to see when the prostitutes going to the bar to meet the sailors. That was their life. The sailors come off and the prostitutes go. You know what was what I have to do at night? The sailors, they will come off around 4 or 5 o'clock. And when everybody going to sleep, I will sit down on the porch, we call it gallery, in the night from 8 o'clock, dark. I alone sitting, everybody going to sleep because that is my way of life to get money. And I will just sit and wait, all the guys and them drinking on the railing to see when they throw the beer bottles. You know, they'll throw the beer bottle in the bush. So I will sit down at night to mark everywhere where the beer bottles go. And here this what's funny. When the bar closed at 11:30, the sailors and them drunk and they coming off with the prostitutes. And the sailors and them, when I see them coming down the stairs, hear what I would do. I sit down and I say, fall down, fall down, fall down. We call the drunk. And you know why I say fall down? When they fall down, the change will fall out of the pocket. And that is how I will go the morning. So when it fall down, I say good. When they fall down and I know money drop out, I will go to my bed. And then 5 o'clock in the morning, it's dark. I go with a torchlight and shine by the step and see all the money. Pick up all the money and put it in a pocket, and then I take the torchlight and go and get all the beer bottles that was thrown, and that is how my mother will get food. Food, I wake up at when 8, 7 o'clock, I have it money, and we will buy the bread, buy the sugar, buy the flour, that's it. And then we will go to the grocery again. She will go when we go to school and buy food like meat, rice, or whatever it is. So it was a very, very tough life until Mary Edwards, she came, she's a Grenadian, she was living in Trinidad. And she came to Trinidad and to look for my ex-husband. And when she came and I was talking to her, she said she brought 4 sisters to Canada as nanny. And I said, yeah? She said, yes. I said, could you get somebody to sponsor me? She said, you sure you want to come? And I said, yes. And she said, okay. I going back on Monday, and I will talk to somebody and see if they could get a sponsor for you. And let me tell you this, in 2 weeks, I get a letter in the mail telling me I have to leave in 2 weeks. she get a sponsor for me. I was so happy. I couldn't believe it. And that time I don't even had no money to buy a suitcase. I mean, we don't have. And Kathleen, I have a friend named Kathleen, lent me $200. She gave me $200 to buy the suitcase. And that was it. And I left Trinidad and I went to Canada. It's a Jewish family sent for me, thank God, nice Jewish family. And they sent for me, they picked me up in the airport, and I lived in with them for 8 years. I was blessed. It was the best, happiest, richest life I ever lived. 3 kids, one was 6 weeks, one was 3 years, one was 5 years, and the mother and the father. And I pray, I don't want to call names, but you guys, I thank you that the Lord allowed this. He allowed Mary to come back and see me, get sponsorship for Canada, and then get the Jewish family, and it was a blessing. So that is one I could. Thank you.